Building a business is really just a component of your life. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do that you can actually grow a business. One of the first things is understanding what's the difference between maybe being self-employed and actually having a business. There are a lot of people that strike on business on their own, but they never move from being self-employed. They're still working for money. They don't have people that can work independently and without their supervision, without their guidance. They don't have people that are creating work for that company. They just have, really, they're self-employed. If they're not present, nothing happens. And that's okay, but that's really not building a business. Building a business requires that you really duplicate the initial prototype, whatever that might be. That initial prototype could be you. It could be the things you do well. Maybe you love to bake and you want to have a bakery. Well, that's great. So are you going to bake everything? Are you going to do it in one location? Are you going to have 50 locations? It's really up to you. But in that process, you've got to have two things. You've got to have a system and you've got to have people. And you've got to be able to teach people the system. And by the way, the system needs to be something that's very consistent, easily duplicated. If it's not, then the chances of you building a company of your own vaporize. A lot of people start off thinking they want to get something and they don't have a goal. And I think it's important that you have a goal, that you have something that you can get to, that you can measure. I'm on my way because I've got this much more to get there. In that, though, you must also remember that as you get close to a goal, it's really smart to stretch it out a little farther to do that. But then there are other things, other parts of that you can play with goals. Somebody asked me not long ago, he watched me swat a fly. And he said, I said to him, I'm really good at swatting flies. I got that one. And he said, well, did you have a goal of swatting flies? And how many flies have you swatted in your life? And I teased and I said, I've swatted 8,671 flies. Oh, did you have a goal to set a certain number of flies, to swat a certain number of flies? No, of course not. But I always have a goal of getting one more, getting another one. And I really think that in life, the notion of there's always more. We can always, no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, in life, we can always get just a little bit more. We can go a little bit farther. And it doesn't matter what your goal is. It does, because it's got to stretch you. But however, wherever you are, no matter how far you are away from it or how close you are to it, getting one more will make all the difference in the world. Getting one more helps you with your self-image. It makes you feel better about yourself. Every time you have a victory, no matter how small it is, that victory carries forward into your well-being, into your belief system. So vital. We all need that. We all need to feel good about ourselves, no matter what it is, whether it be raising great children, having a great marriage, a great relationship, having a friend that you know you could reach out to and shake hands, that you can rely on. All of those things are vital. Your business is no different. Yes, it requires different actions, requires different skill sets, requires a different mindset perhaps. But all those things that are worthwhile require commitment, dedication, determination, persistence, doing it whether you like it or not, being flexible, understanding that if it's feasible, it can be done, that we have no boundaries to our ability and our ability to gather people to our cause. It's all there for us if we choose to make it happen.
So one of the things that I guess...
It's just a tickle. I'm not sick or anything. It's just weird.
Going back to the little bit more, if we use the example of the bakery,
If I sit back like this, is this bad?
I think it's fine. It looks relaxed. I mean, you feel that you were twisting?
No, I just wanted to take a different
Yeah, I
posture.
think this is I want you to look relaxed, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just talking to a friend.
that's what it is.
I'm a mentor.
Correct. So I have this vision of having you, especially with that shirt, in a coffee setting. Yeah. I mean, ideal will be, if we can do it in France or in Italy, but
Yeah, friends in Italy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can do that.
yeah, recurring, yeah.
Colette and I are looking at a cruise right now that starts in Barcelona, Spain. Habla español, sí, poquito. And goes to the south of France. Oui, je parle français. And then goes to Italy. Oop, ignorant. And then comes up to Greece. Don't speak Greek either. Goes to Croatia and then lands in Venice. And I have a nephew that is a US government employee, Department of Defense. He's not in the military, but he's Department of Defense. And he lives in a little town about 20 miles from Venice. So we take the cruise, 10 days. We land in Venice. We spend 2 or 3 days with my nephew.
So
So you could
talk
hook up with me in Venice at the coffee shop, or maybe in Barcelona at the coffee shop, or maybe in Naples at the coffee shop.
can we
Or maybe
talk-
you could go on the cruise with us.
So we can talk about dreams.
Yeah.
So maybe we can use that. I like the idea you were using your hand, but your hands was blocking your face.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so if you wanna control it. So let's talk about dreams. So in your life, is traveling one of your dreams, or is that something just
Yeah. Yeah, even my yacht was named Wanderlust. And the power of attraction is amazing. I have wanderlust. I love to travel. I love to see new places. I know that I've gone someplace when I go someplace and English is not the first language. I like it if there's something in English and somebody speaks English, but I feel like I've really traveled if I've gone someplace where they don't speak English as their first language. Why? I don't know. It's just something inside of me that says, "Hey, Gary, you're not home. You're gonna have to learn some new customs. You're gonna have to ask some more questions." And it's really, to me, I love interacting with people of different cultures. And so, yeah, I love to travel. And I really enjoy seeing new places, not really new places. I enjoy seeing places that I've been to that are different through the eyes of someone that I'm taking there. Old me, fresh eyes. I've seen it, but I haven't seen it through your eyes. That is exciting. To me, that's exciting. And anytime I can do that, it's really special. I remember, we talk about dreaming, and I remember memories. Why do you want to become financially free? So that you can grow memories, right? So I have a niece who decided that she wanted to be a foreign student, and she went to Italy. Pardon me. She went to Italy to finish her final year of college. And when she was ready to graduate, when she finished, my wife and I, Colette and I, went to Italy, and we stayed there for a few days. We received my niece, and then we got on a plane, and we went to Paris together. And she showed us some of Italy through what she had seen, but she saw Paris for the first time through our eyes. I'll never forget that trip. She's been to Europe a couple times since, but every time she comes back, she says to her aunt and to me, "Nothing compares to what you showed me in Paris." Money can't buy that feeling, but it took money to create the feeling.
You want to expand on more on that? On dreams, or so because you started talking about a business, owning a a business is different than being self-employed. But what is the reason of having a business? Because that business will give us,
Right.
yeah, because having a system will give you that freedom, right?
That's a great question. Everybody always asks me, what really is it? Why own a business? I mean, why actually own a business? Well, one of the things you want to remember about owning a business is that you own a business, and if you do, then there are other people doing the work. And so why do you want a business? Because you want a continuous stream of predictable, reoccurring income that continuously grows. That's what owning a business is all about. And it will do that with or without you. That's critical. If you can't leave your business for 30 to 60 days and have it at least maintain, at the very least maintain, you really don't have a business. If you have a business and you can leave it for 30 to 60 days without your touch and it continues to grow, you got a business. Very few people ever arrive at that point because most people don't put in the effort, but I believe most people don't understand that that's what really truly defines what a business is.
Now, so someone who, understands, Gary, I understand. I need to have a business. So, what business? What should we do? Should I, what options are out there for someone who maybe doesn't have money or doesn't have the resources, or what are the options? Because, I can go buy a McDonald's, or I can go, a franchise. So, what is your recommendation for someone who understands that the only way to have the freedom or to reach their dreams is to have a business that has a system and has a way to get it?
Yeah. There's no, people ask me all the time, well, what business? What business? What business do I go into? Well, the answer to that question is, I don't know. I really don't. I know what I did, and I know what worked for me, but I had to fail in a couple of businesses before I understood what it really takes to be in business. It was, and so, if you don't have money, if you don't have capital to start a business, then you got to figure out how to get the capital, borrow it, make money somehow and save it, whatever. It's got to be in your mind that you're going to own a business. And for most people, it's going to be very small in the beginning. Most people start out being self-employed, really not having a business. But it's like if you're an electrician and you have one truck with your equipment on it, and you have an employee that travels around with you and helps you, you don't have a business. But now when you buy a second truck and fill it with new equipment, and you have a person that's working on that truck, you're getting closer to having a business. But the real question is that person creating work or simply processing the work? If the person is processing the work, then who's creating it? And so if that's still you, then you have help in your self-employment endeavor, but you really truly don't have a business. When you have enough people doing what needs to be done, and it gets done with or without you, you now have a business. There are very few things that you can start from scratch and truly have a business. Why did I get involved in financial services? Why did I get involved in financial services? After failing in a couple of businesses, I got involved with financial services because the capital investment required was extremely low. It was measured by comparing it to what it takes to go out to dinner with your family. It wasn't a lot of money. So I got involved. What happened was I realized that there were a lot of people like me that wanted to do the same thing. And the business opportunity that I took advantage of gave me a chance to expand through other people, to teach them, and actually literally create a company within a company. Financial services offers that opportunity in lots of different ways. The particular company I work with offers it in a way that I believe is unique. But it's not non-existent, it's just unique. Because it's unique, sometimes it's misunderstood, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a unique business opportunity that has open-ended income opportunities. Just because one person doesn't understand it doesn't mean it doesn't work. I haven't figured out yet how Jeff Bezos created Amazon. It seems to me like selling books out of a garage would not lead to a company like Amazon. But that's just the way it seems to me. That obviously isn't the way it is. I haven't figured out how Bill Gates created Microsoft when there were a few guys working out of a garage, again, with no money, writing computer programs, created a company like Microsoft, and he became one of the richest people in the world. How did that happen? So for me to tell you there's only one way would not be the truth. There are many ways. But coming from where I came from, with average ability, no special talents, willing to work hard, eager to learn, I needed an opportunity that would be fair with me and that would pay me what I was worth, that would give me a chance. And that's what happened. And not only did it do that for me, but it's permitted me to introduce the business to many, many, many other people who have done exceedingly well. Some even better than me, which is part of the exciting part about the business. It's really a gift, in my opinion, that the people that join me in business have been the recipients of a great gift, that it's a blessing. We need to treat it that way. It's $1 million opportunity, a multi-million-dollar opportunity, that the entry fee is less than a dinner for four at a family restaurant. Where are you going to go and do that?